is still going on if you want to enter. If not, it's fine too, of course. And we now continue with Thronebreaker, The Witcher Tales. Let's enter the city. Oh, section end. You are approaching an important moment in your journey. If you choose to continue, you will not be able to resume any unfinished activity in the area. Golden chest found, 8 out of 10. I'm fine with that. Or let's quickly check on the map if there's anything updated, because it happened a few times. Do we have... Let's pay 1 scout. Oh, there is loot. And there is loot. Well, let's do that very quickly, shall we? Oh, there. How do you get there? Let's clean up the area a little bit. Ah, I see. Loot, loot, loot. Need the loot. Okay. And then we have 2 things up here. How did I miss that? There. Oh, and there's the one thing, the one chest that we missed. Okay. Well, that's 1 more chest we found. And one is still missing, but that I don't know where it is then. Oops. Didn't even want to do that. But instead, go on the map. So there's... Oh, there is some more loot. Okay. Oh, there. Okay. Oh, there appeared loot after the battle, I assume. Okay, let's send 1 more scout. All areas revealed. Okay. Let's move on. Due to choices you made. Okay, that is good to know. So that might be just the case. I'm not doing a completionist run anyway. That is pretty good, I think. Let's continue.
Meve had ridden out of Lyria in early spring, her retinue modest, as none larger was needed for the brief summit of sovereigns. She returned now to her capital, at the head of an army that dragged behind it bandits and Nilfgaardian prisoners in chains. The whole city came out to greet her. Its traders, craftsfolk, priests. Also, her eldest son and heir, Prince Willem. A boy who, it seemed, might never be prepared to rule. Meve and Willem rode side by side past the cheering throngs, their faces frozen in regal
the cheering
smiles.
thongs.
It was not until they reached the castle stables that they found a corner in which to speak freely, candidly.
Welcome home, Mother. Content I am to see you, to be sure.
And I'm happy to see you. Though I dare say I'd have been much happier to witness you leading an army towards Dravograd. Willem, I trusted you. Left the realm in your care.
Indeed. And I, in turn, did my utmost to choose the best course for...
Willem, don't be so damned courtly. There's no one else here. My son. Nilfgaard has invaded our home. We're at war. When rulers don't strive and don't choose, when rulers grab their swords and shields and ride out to defend their subjects.
You didn't let me finish.
Okay. Say your piece.
Say what you wanted to, please.
I feared I'd be hasty, Mother, and I didn't want to be. When we got word of the invasion, the lords convened at the castle. They demanded I hear them out. They wanted to give me counsel. If I'd rushed into the field to confront the foe, I'd have been half blind to the situation, not known all the options I had at my disposal.
A ruler never knows all the options. Yet he must decide and act nonetheless. I need to prepare. I'll see you at the Council of Peers.
And indeed she did, when the peers convened in the throne room. Surrounded by animal hides and Zerrikanian tapestries, the Lord stood in tense silence, awaiting the Queen. When her figure filled the doorway, they fawningly prostrated themselves.
We've myriad matters to resolve, so I trust you're well rested.
He's a small baby.
Whatever the case, I've no doubt we shall meet the dawn afore we're done. Firstly, we must ask assistance. Pen a letter to King Demavend. Scribe, take this down. Dear... What? Uncle? Cousin? Blast. Again.
Jesus.
I, Meve, by the god's grace, sovereign of Rivia and...
Your Grace, Mother, the peers and I, we've come to propose another solution.
Okay.
Yes, out with it.
We wish to acknowledge Nilfgaard's authority, pledge fealty to the Emperor.
What?
I beg your pardon.
The black-clad hordes outnumber our forces manyfold, and they're far better equipped. We stand not the slightest chance against them in open...
You will not lecture me about Nilfgaard's army, my son. All you know of them you garnered from coloured renderings, whereas I faced them at Dravograd. I faced them and crushed them.
But your grace, the losses! For this fleeting victory in which you delight, how many of your subjects had to perish? Bend a knee afore the Emperor, and you shall spare thousands.
Nay, never! Understood, Caldwell? Not ever!
Shut your mouth, Caldwell.
I'd hoped to persuade you.
Explode them
but it seems I've
both.
failed. Nonetheless, the die's been cast. We've signed the accord with Nilfgaard. Our noble lords stand with me.
The blood left Meve's face.
What?
She had realized her son, who had ever professed to detest politics and shirked his duties as crown prince, had just stabbed her in the back, as had her entire court.
What?
What is this? Treason to my eyes! The gallows is what awaits you!
Willem rules Lyria now. And should you not acquiesce and approve the accord, I fear only you, milady, shall have the pleasure to meet the hangman.
It was Caldwell
Don't get
all
ahead
along.
of yourself, Caldwell. My mother will not be harmed. Not one hair on her head. Understood? Confine the Queen to the tower.
You err deeply, my son.
Someone will get exploded.
The Queen was confined to a cell. Gilded armor she had traded for a simple robe. A courtly retinue for a swarm of rats. She was the very... At the window of her cell, gripping the bars, Meve stood powerless. Her anger so great she wept and wailed.
Oh yeah, I bet. No, my
Lyria was free.
tutorial over. Cards lost. Wagenburg. Rivian Pikeman lost. War Wagon lost. Lyrian Arbalist lost. Regiment Drummer lost. No more field medics.
Have I come at a bad time?
I will explode you, Caldwell.
Demons take you, Caldwell. You've long been at this scheme, haven't you? You left the strays of Sparla to roam the realm, to forage, so that I would have to look to them. And thus gained your cohorts the time they needed to complete Lyria's sail to Nilfgaard.
You've seen through it all, that's clear. After the fact, of course, but still.
Willem, you turned him. How?
The boy's not fit to wear the crown. Hasn't sufficient wit nor valor. I know this. You know this. Just, he knows it not. Willem fancied himself a statesman, wished terribly to prove he was one. I made it possible. I've been amply rewarded, I have. Palatine since just yesterday, in fact.
Okay. Okay. Someone needs to get a stick of dynamite. Get stuck up their butthole.
You'll have neither my blessing
then be
nor
exploded.
congratulations. Sorry to disappoint you.
I seek neither. I've come for another reason. To bid you adieu. Willem does not seek your death. Does not even fathom it, as you well know. Moreover, his resolve will wilt in time, and he'll wish to free you. So, come the morn, when the young king rides out to pledge fealty afore General Ep Dahi, you shall use your bed linens to hang yourself.
I see. You wish to see me bow afore you, lie prostrate, beg you for mercy. Plough yourself with a pike, Caldwell.
Yes!
And you needn't send your thugs. I'll not falter nor hesitate. I'll take my own life.
Adieu, your grace, and use your last evening wisely.
Meve felt a rush of despair, yet bit her lip to mute any weeping. No, she would not give Caldwell the satisfaction. Morning arrived with the sound of footsteps in the corridor. Meve rose from her cot and stood in the center of her cell. She was prepared for anything. Well, nearly anything.
Oh, I hope Renard frees us.
The Duke of Dogs.
The Baroness of Bitches.
Titles seem senseless under the circumstances, don't you think? Let's forgo them. I'm Gascon.
Has Caldwell sent you? To kill me?
A no and a no. Actually, you're free. How shall I put this? That cad, Count Caldwell, used yours truly and the strays as bait in a scheme aimed at kicking your shapely backside off your throne.
Thank you for the shapely comment. Always appreciate a little compliment here.
I'm hardly vindictive. First to forgive, in fact. Take your threat to send me to the gallows. Forgotten already. Yet being played for a fool, I cannot abide. So when the strays freed me, I knew what I'd do to spite the Count afore I disappeared. I'd free you.
Nice.
That's to say, on one condition. You've got to request it of me, my lady. Courteously.
Oh. Oh no. Well, we will play along just so we can explode Caldwell.
For my realm I will do this, and much, much more. Even bow afore a brigand.
Yeah, I think Meve is obviously a very proud and strong person, but also I think she puts the good of her realm first, and the best for her realm right now is for her to get back into a ruling position.
Thus I beg you, Gascon, Duke of Dogs, grant me my freedom.
Ha! Incredible! I've lived to see someone grovel with dignity. The true ruler you've got to be. You are free.
And grateful. Now please let me pass. I must get to the city jail at once.
Would you look at this woman? Free her from one prison, she flies off to the next.
You probably have to free Renard.
They hold Reynard there.
Yeah.
And if I've any ally left, anyone who's not betrayed me, it's him. I must get him out.
Hold, my lady. Unarmed, alone.
Have I any other option?
In a sense. See, they locked a few strays in the city pits too. Got a common cause, I'd say. Care to join forces?
The Queen took
really.
Gascon up on his offer. Then she, Gascon, and the strays snuck through the city to its dungeon. Reynard had not wavered for a moment in his devotion to the Queen. Never the slouch, he had also not lost any time.
I've inquired among the other arrested soldiers.
I like
Many are
Reynar.
prepared to fight, even die at your side, Your Grace.
Seems they may yet
The
get their
characters are
chance.
so cool.
But
I
now we
really
must
like
flee.
it.
All of us.
It is just amazing that like CD Projekt Red can even turn, and I'm not the biggest fan of card games, and they can even turn this into a very compelling story with compelling characters that some of them that you heard of but don't have too much details about, and they're so interesting. They feel so real, and so it's very nice. It's very nice. I really
Yet
like
in
it.
leaving the jail, the company ran into trouble. When Caldwell's cutthroats had failed to find Meve in her cell waiting for her secret execution, they had informed the Count. He, in turn, dispatched patrols into the streets. The Queen and her cohorts ran into one such unit.
Blast. We shan't outrun them. To arms!
And it also makes the world feel so alive that you, like, while all the things are going on, probably with Geralt and all that gang and in Temeria and whatnot, we have other places in trouble as well. In this case, Meve, who's really only briefly mentioned in the books, or is like part of a very small section in the books, and she becomes this very, very compelling, very complex character, and around her the Renard and Caldwell and Prince Willem and everyone, like, they all have so much life to them. And thus Lyrian stood against Lyrian. At first Meve fought only to stun, to wound, not to kill. Yet she quickly realized the soldiers opposite her held no such reservation. These men who had saluted her but a few days before, whose faces she knew well, would pull no punches, soften no blows. Meve had no choice but to follow suit. Find an escape route. Once an escape route is found, gain more points than your opponent within 3 turns. Okay. Yeah, I totally agree, Atheros.
Gascon? Bloody hell, where'd you get to?
Choose a dark
Your
order
Grace, we must
to
make haste.
escape.
Caldwell's roused the whole city by now.
Okay. 4, give it 1 armor.
Ah, should have listened to me, old lady.
War, you dirty tart.
So how does that work? Oh, I should have done that earlier then.
This harvest will be reaping black-clad heads. Sod it. Sod it all.
Nah.
My spirit's willing and how, but didn't think I'd leave you just like that, did you?
Honestly, I did.
That's a good point, Nomik, yeah. I agree, that's very interesting. Okay, now we have some additional help here. That I like that.
Left, right, left, right.
I will explode you all. Ah.
There's a time to reap, a time to sow, and a time to die. Don't like this.
Doubt I'll ever pay off these school loans.
Okay.
Your Grace,
Okay.
what guarantee do we have that they won't stab us in the back?
No guarantees, but it's our only chance. So you can't be picky here about our allies. We're doing good. We got betrayed in a shocking turn of events, and now we escaped the prison. We formed an alliance with former foes, and now trying to escape with former Queen Meve. Or still, I guess, still Queen. Not sure. How's your work going? All the stuff that you wanted to get done.
Again and again.
Hey, come on. Where's the dark alley? Gate. When this card's timer expires, the gate will shut. That moment, if Meve has less points, she will lose the battle. Okay, we need to now get all the points. Damage a unit by 5 if it's on a row with fire. Damage all units by 5.
Catch!
Catch! Yeah, I mean, I guess you can't
As you wish, my lady.
fully blame the son, since he's just not fit for it. We heard that from the very beginning, that he was just not fit for ruling. Oh, they got rid of the... Uh-oh.
I smell a leak.
Uh-oh. Not sure if we will be able to do it. This will be close.
Army's a waste of time for one like me.
Okay, that's good. Now I can use
I'll relieve you
this.
of that pouch.
Damage everyone there. Now I can boost ours a little bit. House is coming along. Just threw away a shitload of spices because 2012 was a while ago. That's true. Maybe you can sell it to like a local shop that buys secondhand spices. Maybe owned by a group of ladies called the Spice Girls. That was kind of a reach. Victory! We escaped!
I thank you, Gascon. You and your men, for your aid.
'Tis nought, my lady. Strays never say no to a proper brawl.
No brawl this was. Sun rising against Mother. Lyrian striking at Lyrian. I fear a blood war's begun.
Come now. Seems to me the war's ended. Your realm's lost to Nilfgaard. You've no army to speak of.
Then I shall assemble a new one. And with it have Caldwell hanged. And drive Nilfgaard
Exploded.
back across the Yaruga.
You're mad. How will you find the men? Riding from hamlet to hamlet, speaking from atop a crate?
No. I shall find them in Edirn. I've a favour to call in with King Demavend, and I'll sway volunteers to my cause on the way.
Well,
Sounds like a good plan.
you've your first willing warriors already.
How so?
We've nothing left in Lyria. Our hideouts are compromised, Caldwell's sure to set a price on our heads, and Nilfgaardians roam the land in numbers. Besides, I'll be right tickled to see proud Queen Meve fighting elbow to elbow with a bandit she'd wish to hang just a half day afore.
Well, it is said my foe's foe is my friend. And I'd be a fool to turn down
and we can't be
assistance
picking
now,
with our allies.
no matter who offers. So be it.
Gascon, Stray's Slinger, Stray's Bomber, Stray's Infiltrator, Stray's Cavalry, Alchemist.
Very high-minded of you, my lady. So, shall we shake on't? Nay? Well then, the high road beckons. Though first we must escape the city with our lives. Follow me.
All right.
Lyria was hers no more, Meve now had to flee her capital and realm as quickly as she could. Wont to travel the city streets in a gilded carriage, the Queen now saw them from a slightly different vantage point.
Is this the only way? Are you quite certain? The Queen?
Is a common fugitive now, so she'd do better to pinch her nose and whinge not at all.
At long last, Meve reached the gate. Yet this she found shut tight, locked
Alaska.
and guarded.
Gods be damned.
Easy, Your Grace. Nothing we can't solve with a quiver full of quarrels.
Those are our men.
They were, Reynard, were.
Gascon's raiders were poised to loose their boats, but were thwarted when the Queen stepped out in front of them.
What she... Your Majesty? I've orders to arrest, Your Grace.
Place me in irons, then.
Please understand, I haven't a choice.
Fear not. You'll be rewarded by Caldwell in Nilfgaardian Florence.
The captain's head
3
dropped.
times.
His cheeks burned crimson.
Go, Your Grace. Flee now, but only to return.
Remember this, Gascon. I'm no fugitive.
Oh,
I'm a
I like
queen,
her.
robbed of her rightful crown. And though I may need to venture to the world's end before I return, I shall have it back.
She's awesome.
Into Edirn, her old friend Reynard and new ally Gascon at her side. The war had bitten into this land too. Still, Meve hoped to sway King Demavend to her cause, and with his aid, to oust the traitors, retake her throne, and drive the Nilfgaardian invader from her realm. Yet to start, she was forced to fight, Scoia'tael no less. Emerging from a wood, Meve's retinue encountered a unit of
She is
elven
such a
rebels
badass.
just moments from hanging a handful of prisoners. Among the latter, the Queen spotted a woman, a proud warrior with a striking, thick black braid.
The lass I believe I know.
Well, unless we rush to her rescue, it'll soon be you knew her.
Well said. Lyrians, attack!
Attack! Oh yeah, take Meve as your profile picture. It was Meve's first clash with the Scoia'tael warriors who bled for the non-human cause. The name translates to squirrels in the common tongue, a reference to the ruddy tails fastened to their caps and helms. The ornament had become a hallmark for the partisans, much like the icy cruelty to which they subjected their human prisoners. Eliminate the Scoia'tael executioners. Do not let Black Rail... Oh, the name Black Ryla is familiar to me, though. Does anyone remember where from? Or am I just imagining things? Okay, let's see. So now I need to get used to the new cards. Move 3 cards to the other row on the side of anywhere units. Okay, pretty good. Set a unit's power equal to the unit on its left. Okay. After 2 turns on turn start, boost south by the power of the unit on the right. Then move to the opposite side. Oh. I see. That's pretty nice. I think we can switch this out. Set a row on fire. I like that. Let's try this. Yeah, the animations are great.
Hang the butcher! Below!
Black Rider immobile. If this unit is alone on its row on turn start, move it to Meve's side. Okay. So we need to get rid of these guys. Deploy. Move 3 cards to the other row on their side. If any were units. Oh, I see. But then this would move back. I see. Damage an enemy. Let's see. Actually, what if we... I'm just trying something. But what if I set the thing on fire?
Watch your heads!
Do this. Do that. Got her! Got her! Ha! What a smart move by me. Ha ha! Da-da! Of a goldfish? In Gwent? Oh no, you have the memory of the goldfish. Okay.
The Scoia'tael warriors shocked the Queen with their speed, their cunning, and their cruelty.
I crushed them with one move.
Yet in the end, the Lyrians prevailed. When the last elf hit the ground, the Queen had her men untie those they'd sought to hang.
1,000 thanks, Your Grace. Her
Where
many
do I
tales of
know
your
Black
valor.
Rayla from?
Pleased to see there weren't just
I need a
flattery
Sun
and
t-shirt,
propaganda.
Draco, yeah.
I'm
Black Rayla. Hagar, we saw you there. You command King Demoven's special forces.
That's right. Though not many remain to command.
So I
She
see.
looks badass
How
too.
did it come to this?
My liege sent me to wipe out a Scoia'tael band, led by a rat called Eldane. Followed the vermin's tracks for several days. Straight into his trap, turned out.
Hunting elves in the woods. Truly inspired, I must say.
Had no choice. Doing nothing would have brought us surer, swifter doom. The Black Clad have invaded Edirn, thanks to elven aid. They snap our supply lines, lurk like dogs, prey on vulnerable units and scouts.
You mean to say Nilfgaard's broken your defenses?
You changed it, Athelas? Nice.
Aye. Though their march will soon halt, believe me. To advance, they'll have to take Rosberg, a stronghold that's yet to fall once. They'll break against its walls like waves upon the rocks.
Do not share your certainty. I'm glad Edirn still defends the Norse. Oh,
Rayla, the black swarm I have beheld. Endless
Profile
lines
picture,
of
I guess.
infantrymen, countless riders, war machines capable of crushing the hardest stone to gravel.
Your meaning, my lady?
That we must prepare for the worst.
I'll convey your grace's words to the king at the first occasion.
I'd rather hope to convey them myself. I have come to Edirn seeking aid. I wish to ask Demoven for support.
The king is in Rosberg, overseeing siege preparations. I'm heading that way too to report on our skirmish with the Scoia'tael. I might serve as your guide. These lands I know better than any.
okay, that sounds good. Black Rayla.
Excellent. Guide on.
Nice. Okay. Reports. Oh, lots of reports. Report. Situation in Edirn. With Lyria and Rivia taking full strength of Army Group East redirected against Edirn. Fierce Edirnian resistance but border outpost fell, King Demavend pulling back from small garrisons and concentrating forces in heavily defended fortresses. Roseberg, Aldersberg, Vengerberg, significant increase in Scoia'tael activity, attacks on merchants, refugees, but not Nilfgaardian convoys. All evidence indicates Scoia'tael working with enemy. Pamphlet distributed in Lyria and Rivia. Queen Meve cares not a whit for your interests. Instead of seeking peace with the Nilfgaardian Empire, she has chosen pointless resistance, sentencing you all to annihilation. To save their subjects from this fate, the Council of Peers decided to remove the Mad Queen from the throne. In her cruel lunacy, she defied our ruling, spat upon our laws. She has fled the country in cowardice and seeks now to sow havoc. The rightful monarch is Meve's elder son Willem. He shall be advised in this difficult time by Count Caldwell. The meadows of Lyria and Rivia shall blossom under the light of the golden sun. Long live the Emperor. Letter from Captain Tobias. Your Majesty, though we spoke to each other not long ago...
For streaming more Witcher kleiner als 3 Bleed Purple 100 Bonus 10.
Thank you so much, Athelas. That's very kind of you for the 100 bits and using the Bleed Purple emote for an additional 10%, which makes 10 bits. Thank you so much, Athelas. And you're so welcome. I mean, I honestly do it for very selfish reasons because I want to play it. But thank you so much. And also a big thank you to Jay Lien, who gifted me this game from my wish list on Steam and made it possible that I can play it. So shout outs to Jay Lien as well. Your Highness, once more I apologize for my cowardice and thank you for giving me a chance to repair my error. I cannot save Lyria from the Nilfgaardians' talons, but I can write you about their secrets. I have won myself a post at the palace. I shall keep my ears open, and if I learn anything, I shall inform you at once. Gods grant you luck, my lady. We await your return. So that is the guard that led us out of the city. Now, let's see. We have plenty of gold. Ooh, look at that. Oh, do I have to build the first one? No. Oh, another trinket, which would be great. They are very powerful. Units, excluding artifacts, will take up 10% less recruitment cap. Oh, that is good, though. Ooh, so many good things already. Decreases the gold cost of creating units. Increases recruitment cap to 150. Ooh, so many good things. Gain between 75 and 150 gold for every battle won. Gain 2 recruits for every battle won. Training grounds 2. Oh, so much to do. It's okay. I think I want the mass tent 2 first. Decrease gold cost, but that will lead us to all the workshop upgrade. I think I want this first. Ooh, so much to do. Let's see. We're at 146, so that is too big. We have to kick someone out. But who? Who? Marky eunuch. I think we can. Yeah, let's throw some of them out for now. Then we will adjust it as we go. Oh, we can also order. Play a card from your deck. If in hand, deck or on the battlefield, strengthen self by 2 whenever a Scoia'tael unit is destroyed. That sounds very useful for what we have planned here. Now with the new people that we have. Don't really need the war wagon anymore. Now I need to make room for... Okay. One slinger out. Have Black Rayla. Hoo. Oh, and we can talk a lot to the people. Let's do a round of talking, shall we? Let's talk to
Yes,
Renard.
Your Grace.
How far we fallen?
How has it come to this? I, Queen Meve of Lyria and Rivia, must prowl about the underbrush like a common bandit. And you, General Reynard Odo, once proud commander of 4 elite regiments of footmen, now lead a gang of deserters, bandits, and scythe-wielding peasants.
I do so proudly, Your Grace.
You must be joking, Reynard.
Your Majesty, under your husband I served 10 years. Under you another 8. And never in that time did I fight for a more worthy cause. We seek not to grab land or stifle a peasant revolt. We fight for all the North. For our freedom, that of others.
Queen of the North!
And you alone didn't give up.
Yeah, it's like...
Didn't even consider bending the knee before Nilfgaard.
They took Athila's image and put her in the game.
Yes, all true. Yet look where it's brought me.
Your struggle has but begun, Your Grace. And I will do all in my power to see you triumph in the end.
I cannot forgive myself one thing, that I failed to see through Caldwell's schemes. He must have plotted treason for months, years even. Yet I suspected nothing.
Don't be too hard on yourself, Your Grace.
Easily said. Ugh, if I'd only realized it in time.
Nilfgaard would have found a different traitor, or sent an assassin north. It was unavoidable what happened. The Blackclads would have attacked in any case, and we'd have stood no chance to defeat the foe in open battle, repel him, drive him out.
So, had you been there when the peers assembled, you also would have voted to bend the knee?
No. My honor would never have allowed it. I'd have thrown myself into the fire, and probably died a fool for it. As matters stand, I still have a chance to thwart the invader, his intentions. It seems, in a twisted turn of fate, I should be grateful to Caldwell.
Okay.
It's time I attended to other matters.
Let's talk to Black Rayla.
How
then.
fare you, Rayla? The quartermaster, did he assign you a tent?
He tried.
Oh, and?
I refused it. Best to sleep beneath the stars. Little chance of a foe catching you off guard.
Rain
Okay,
accepted,
intense.
perhaps?
I'm not made of sugar, ma'am. I'm not gonna melt.
Okay.
One sees very few women in the ranks, let alone in the special forces. How did you come to join?
On merit. Proved I'd be of use.
Yes, well, naturally. But how exactly?
I was 15 when I went to enlist. But the sergeant in charge of signing folk up told me to scurry on home. So I proposed a wager. Arm wrestling. If I won, he'd let me join. If I lost, I'd pay him 100 crowns.
Agree, Athalas, yeah. They have like a wide variety of characters, which I really like. Alright, Carla, thank you for hanging out and spending some time with us. Hope you have a wonderful night and a good start into your next week. Hope to see you very soon.
And that kind of coin? You had it?
No, so I had to win. As we sat down at the table across from each other, he laughed and rolled up his sleeve. When it was over, all around us were laughing at him. Then I just followed orders. Did so well enough to draw the king's attention.
I must
Not
go.
bad.
We'll speak later. So, Gascon, the soldier's life, does it suit you?
About the same as the bandit's life did.
I beg your pardon?
The tents are cold, the food's shite. On the plus side, plenty to drink, most days. A skirmish here, a scuffle there, Nilfgaardians one day, elves the next, and whoever we rout, we rob of what they've got.
Requisition, you mean? Fully in accordance with the laws of war.
Oh, please. Save your excuses for your father confessor.
The Duke of Dogs. Whence the name?
Not certain I should tell you. It's a personal story somewhat.
I insist.
So, thing is, I'm a werewolf of sorts.
Did I hear werewolf?
Did I hear
Of
well?
sorts. You see, when the full moon glows in the night sky, I transform into a creature that's half man, half dachshund. And then all the other hounds of the night hearken to my command.
Oh, forget I asked.
With pleasure.
I can't stop wondering. How did your strays break into the tower in Lyria?
They exploited its chief weakness.
What weakness is that? I oversaw its construction myself. Walls 5 feet thick, bars and grates of the sturdiest iron.
All tremendous, I'm sure. But how much do you pay the guards?
What? I don't know. The garrison's commander is in charge of that.
Let me tell you then. Not much, Meve. Not much at all. From atop a throne, it's hard to spot the little things. Example, a guard hard up for coin, or one with ambitions. But seeing that's second nature to even the most ordinary bandit. Take any castle door. To open it, to open all, one needs but a pouch of gold.
Good point.
It's time I attended to other matters. Farewell.
Your Grace, how fortunate you're here.
Mr.
Behold,
Mustache.
what wickedness is afoot.
Dachshund. There you go. It's Dachshund.
I'm trying to behold Sir Ake, yet I cannot be sure what.
Reynard and Gascon, my lady. Caught in the act of playing face cards.
Spoons. Though, in German we usually just call them Dachshund. Or a Dackel. Yeah. It's more like we usually call them Dackel and not Dachshund, but potato potato.
Oh, that. Indeed they are. Good.
Good? Games of chance, good. Why, they are evil's very claws. Corrupting, tearing at the soul, seeping venom into the heart.
Wiener dogs.
I wouldn't worry about Reynard's heart, Sir Ake. As for Gascon's, too late already, I fear. Besides, they're getting along, that's what matters. If cards do the trick, so be it.
Alright, Koala, have a good night. I didn't know that. Plural is tackle.
Does the good book contain an answer to every question?
I don't know. It's weird.
Each and every query, without exception.
What does it prescribe a mother betrayed by her son? Tender forgiveness or unflinching firmness?
A moment while I ponder. There's a verse in chapter 2. A child who doth with waywardness defy his mother and father deserveth discipline most severe. Strike him thus heartily, unless thine heart stilleth thy hand.
But one could interpret that any way one wishes.
That... What? Dachshund?
To thine own self
That
be
isn't
judge
even
and
close.
ruler, spoke the prophet Lebioda. For thou alone shalt answer for thine deeds before thee.
Very helpful, Sir Ake. Many thanks. Your crusade against
Come next, Bellator.
Oh,
what?
Not in the
didn't-
least.
ah.
I ventured a great
Click
many,
on the wrong.
That name.
but at the decide for 2 years.
And the dragon?
Some claim
Farewell, Ake.
There we go. Okay, we talked to everyone. Dotson. Pretty much, yeah, which is why you say it makes us swoon. Yeah, That's very far from Dachshund. I have to say it more often to make you all swoon. Okay, time to exit the camp and I guess explore the new region. Oh, we have something here? What? What's going on here? Another... Oh, new cards, yeah. Have I checked all the cards now? I have, good. Tax? Let's get all that. Do I now have a new map? I do. Oh, look at this. Okay. Yeah, we will do the German stream for what's the game called? Thronebreaker. We will have German voiceover and then English subtitles. Yes, the game has been decided. Just have to wait until I can buy it and then find a good time to play it. So we have some... Oh, now we can get some of the old ones back. That's good. I probably won't speak it mostly in English because at the end of the day I kind of have to communicate with you guys as well. And if nobody can understand what I'm saying, doing the whole thing for two people watching is kind of like, better not. Swedish. I can't speak Swedish. I have to ask Wintermorgen for that.
Gods. The entire country up in flames.
Ebdahi warned punishment awaited Edern, that he would show the land no mercy.
What in God's names did you do to him, Rayla?
Nilfgaard offered us an alliance against the rest of the north, but Demoven declined, in his clipped soldier's speech. They say Ebdahi flew into a rage and swore he'd reduce Edern to rubble.
Wow. Well, it seems to mean business, that's for sure. Oh no, let's go first up then. Oh! A fight! A fight! A fight! A modest hamlet was located just to the north of Wayfarer's Beach. As Meve's army approached, it became clear even from afar that the village had not been spared the carnage of war. Its dwellings appeared smashed and burned, and rancid, smoky stench lingered in the air. Yet, what of the villagers' fate? Alas, they were strewn on the earth at the center of the settlement, their bodies mutilated by the gnashing maws of carrion eaters. And the beast had not yet strayed from their gory bounty. Standard battle. Okay. So always blown away by those of you who are native English speakers, who are perfectly fluent, mind-boggling. I mean, like a lot of European countries, we just have English as a language in school, pretty much starting from elementary school. It's race cavalry, mark a unit every time. Okay, that's that. Okay, that's pretty good. Don't need two of these. It takes damage, strengthened itself by 1. That's pretty good. Let's keep it like that. Okay. How do we start here, though? With 2 turns on start, boost self by the power of the unit to the right. Okay. How do I want to start this? I guess we will start with pikemen.
Oh, Lyria
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Lummoxes.
Yeah, right. No make. We're just more like we have. Not only do we have it in school, but also we're just surrounded by it in media and etc. etc. So a lot of media that we consume, at least to some degree, incorporates the English language. So you just learn it by living. I guess. Yeah, let's. What? Oh. Oh, I see. It's a spy. That's how it goes. So part of the unit to the right. I mean. Yeah, let's send him over.
Your ass is moving.
And the turn. Yeah, I see. I mean, ordering tacos is important. Ooh,
Ever have a stone knock out one of your teeth?
pretty nice. Let's do this. Nice. Smacked him in the face. Right away. When Andrew was a baby, I started learning sign language so I could be cool and a trendy mom, but I lost all that. Oh. That's too bad. Okay.
Yeah, yeah!
Yeah, yeah.
There's been a mistake. I'm no mage.
Oh. I think I misused that one. No. That's fine.
God's blast it! My breastplate.
Nice. Okay. That was strong. Let's do that. Now they passed, okay, that's good. And we pass as well. Round one. Oh, that's very kind of you. Gracias. Okay, play a card from your deck. It's pretty nice. It's also pretty nice. I think I continue with that. But we'll pass and go into the third round. Lost the round, but now we go into the final round. If in hand, oops. If in hand, deck, or on battlefield, strengthen itself by 1 whenever an enemy or ally card is removed. I see. Do I want to switch something out? No. That's fine. Okay. Let's set the row on fire.
You mad? Don't shake that!
An alpha wolf. For every wolf in your hand, boost health by 1. Then damage a random enemy by 2. Repeat this ability whenever a wolf ally appears. Not a fan of that. Let's do
That hit the white of an eye from
this
half a
time.
league away.
Nice. And now we play
No time for that.
this card. That hurts those two. Ouch. Now.
My spirit's willing and how, but these damn boots are killing me.
Oof. That's a strong deck, though. Now, let's play
You'll never
Layla.
take me alive!
I mean, I had a little bit of Spanish in school, but not much, so I don't know. Okay. Pick a card. Which one do I want to play? Let's play this one, because with that I can revive
jest.
another one.
Bigger they are, easier they are to take.
Dip, dip, and dip. That will strengthen Gascon even more. And still able to play this card.
We must trust each other.
Which means I can now use this ability again.
Thing about slings, they hide well.
Cool. Do that, and now let's end the turn. German in school, and most of that's gone too, yeah. Now, can I... But he's still not ready. Set a row on fire. Horse thief. Mark evening after 3 turns. Well, gain 1 charge. Damage an enemy, and all enemies will with the same power by 1. Let's set the other row on fire too. And end our turn. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Now...
Quick and painful this'll be.
Let's hope that's enough. Probably. And we did it! We beat the monsters. That was good. Father, the Blackclads are advancing from the south. Fortifications along the border in Velkart and Luton have already fallen, and the devils are setting or alight all else in their path. Take what you and Mum have of worth and go at once to Rosberg, to Uncle. You'll be safest there. I know what you're thinking. 60 years on your brow, 7 wars you have survived, and this one's no different. But it is, Papa. You must trust me, I beg you. Your color. Okay. Okay, we have some recruits here. That's nice. We have a little camp. Even.
Any of you see Nimoy? Was bound here from my
Leonard Nimoy?
Supposed to have arrived 3 days past. Any of you see Nimoy? Was bound here from my confer. Supposed to have arrived 3 days past.
Afraid I did not. More recruits.
The Lyrians arrived at an ancient, half-desiccated beach. Its trunk sat atop a tangle of thick roots, and scraps of paper covered with tiny scribblings fluttered over it from top to bottom. Travelers crowded all around. Barefoot refugees, bony pilgrims, peddlers with armored escorts,
Bony Pilgrim
and
was my nickname in
shifty-eyed
high
men
school.
with the haggard look of deserters,
The Wayfarer's Beach.
Rayla said.
Travellers of all sorts swap tales here. Perhaps we can glean something about our enemy's movements.
Or paint the enemy a clear picture of our own.
Gascon interrupted.
Nilfgaardian spies no doubt flock to this tree like flies to particularly pungent dung.
Approach the Wayfarer's Beach. Send a scout to Neuter bypass.
Disregarding matters of status and station, Meve personally asked the travelers for the latest news. They soon transformed from terse to talkative, sharing tales of an elven bandit named Eldane, a Nilfgaardian general called Frighev who murdered an entire village, and a sorceress who cure any ailment for a few coppers. Then a blood-curdling scream put a halt to the gossip. Meve's soldiers had begun to quarrel with the merchants' guards. one of whom now lay dead on the ground, his throat a gaping wound.
The filth besmirched your honor,
Not as funny, oh wow. Making it way better.
And ran from Lyria like a belted bitch.
The travelers were unmoved by this explanation. They demanded the Lyrian soldier be punished according to Eden's laws, by chopping off the hand that dealt the fatal blow.
Enforce the law and order the soldiers' hand chopped off. Yep, I mean, he just killed someone.
With a heavy heart, Meve decided the soldier would have to be punished. Reynard silently drew his sword from its scabbard.
No. I shall do it.
Meve said, in a tone that left no room for discussion.
Soldier, you sought to defend my honor. For that I praise you. But you committed murder. For that, I must punish you as called for by this land's customs.
Tears streaming down his face, the foot soldier rolled up his sleeve and placed his arm upon a tree stump. Meve took a deep breath and raised her sword. A terrified scream filled the woods. The travelers gained newfound respect for Meve. Though far from rich, they passed a cap and presented the queen a handful of coins to show gratitude for upholding their laws. As for her Lyrians, they marched away from the Wayfarer's beach in somber silence.
I mean, that's just how it goes. You can't just murder people. It was very nice that he wanted to support me, but it's just not how it works, mate. Your Majesty, a traveling merchant has humbly invited you to browse his wares. I mean, we could use both, but let's do it this way. Let's get the wood again. Warning. Read all lettered folk and pass it on to your unlearned brethren. Household the Mulderwood and prey on travelers. If you've got to journey to Aldersburg, move not but at night and then only in bunches. By no means go near the willow growing near the edge of the woods. May the gods watch over you. That is a good plan.
Ravens are always trading
Daniel?
armies. Ravens and beasts.
I'll do anything for you, mate.
Tucked a bushel of grain away in my shack, but I'm too fearful to return there. You suppose they've gone? You suppose they've gone?
Mm-hmm. Let's grab that. There's no way down here. Just checking, so. Oh, there's a shrine. Now our morale is back to neutral, at least. That's good. Let's continue down this path. And
soon after entering Edern, Meve ordered a halt. She wished to sit with Black Rayla and plan their onward march, for Rayla knew every path in the realm, including ones not drawn on any map. They were hard at work when shouts rang out among the tents.
One final time I shall say it. As your senior officer, I order you to depart the training grounds, or...
Or what? Pray tell, you'll have me drop and give you 50?
What is the meaning of this?
Your Grace, I had thought to use this interval to drill the recruits, teach them...
To walk.
To maneuver, Gascon. A world of difference. In perfect harmony must soldiers traverse the field of battle. Otherwise, they could break formation.
Daniel,
the enemy would
do?
penetrate our lines, and our army could be slaughtered.
And therein lies the rub, dear Reynard. Army. This is no army, but a band of partisans. If we do not adapt to the rules of desperation, if we adhere instead to the Academy Codex, we shall lose. Laying traps, wiping tracks, that's what we should teach the lads.
I mean, he has a point there.
all my eye. A fighting force must have discipline. Otherwise, tactics and planning are impossible. A soldier must obey orders.
Calm down, both of you. Don't get upset. Renard, show some respect. Gascon, both of you calm down.
A point on which we all agree. And since they are mine to give, I order you both to calm yourselves at once. And never air your squabbles in front of the men again. Our resources are limited. We cannot do everything at once. Prepare your proposed plans for training the recruits, and I shall decide which we shall follow. Clear? Then get to work.
Good. The Queen has spoken. And I am the Queen. There's a fast travel point. Oh. There's something going on. Oh, a puzzle. Let's do another puzzle. The people of Edirn led prosperous lives, a fact which was reflected in the quality of their homes. Ceramic stoves, hard oak floors, exotic Zaracanian tapestries. Yet now all lies in ruin and monsters have supplanted the former tenants. Eliminate all foes. Okay. Let's see. I'll go... Okay. Deploy. Damage a unit by 2. If it was destroyed, repeat the ability.
Don't you worry yourself with Grace. We'll get her done in no time.
Oh. Oh. Yeah, that was a mistake then. That's forfeit. That's forfeit. So every turn on turn start, summon Necker to the 0 from your deck. Consume the unit on the right and boost health by an additional 3 power. Every 2 turns on turn start, consume the top unit from your graveyard. Ugh, okay.
Pissing in the moat? Oh, get dead.
I think what I need to do...
It's gonna be a right good levy, big and beautiful. Stop your yapping and start digging.
That didn't work out as I planned.
Gonna need 3 buckets of nails and a tub full of pegs.
No, that didn't work out. Let's try that again. Ooh, this one is tricky, I can already tell. Because they are consuming them. Forgot that this one has armor. So if they... then it's at 10. So what if I do
in the moat? Oh,
this? Then this one goes to 10.
It's gonna be a right good levy, big and beautiful.
Oh, but it consumes the same amount. Ooh, okay.
Stop your yapping and start digging.
Now they are both on 13, so let's kill that one.
Gonna need
That one.
3 buckets of nails and a tub full of pegs.
Yeah, not quite. Not quite. How can I... Yeah, that's all the cards I get. Yeah, that's... These puzzle things are very tough. What if I
It's gonna be a right
do
good
this,
levy, big and beautiful.
then do
Stop your yapping and start digging.
this. Now he's at 15. I think I've solved
Gonna
it.
need 3 buckets of nails and a tub full of pegs.
Now they are both at 13. Now I use the Scourge. No, I did not. Because I only do 2 damage.
Don't you worry yourself, Grace.
Yeah.
We'll get her done in no time.
Ugh. Choo. So what if I focus my attacks on these ones first?
Stop your yapping and start
And
digging.
attack this one. Then
Gonna need
do
3 buckets of
this.
nails and a tub full of pegs.
Get rid of these ones. And now I can attack this one once more. Yeah, that should
Don't
work
you
out.
worry yourself, Grace. We'll get her done in no time.
Now he can't consume anyone, and they are gone. Did it! Ooh. Puzzle Master. Inhabitants of Lapisfelde. As you know, Adarn has been betrayed. Our forces, taken by surprise, now face severe shortages. I urge all who are able to support the war effort with a donation. Vogmir, son of Zanek, has been authorized to supervise the collection. Donation must be brought to his mill before the end of the week. From there they shall be delivered to the soldiers in need at Roseburg Fortress. Mayor Godzimir. I certainly did do a thing. There's something. Oh, there's a chest. I want the Chesterino. Do I get to the Chesterino though? Oh, there. The path is a little bit hidden from the trees. There we go. 600 gold. That's a lot. There's another thing. Look at that. Everything burned down. 2,000 gold now again. Anything here? Probably, right? Usually if I'm able to explore an area like that, there's something there. It doesn't seem that way. There's no upgrade I can do? Only 3,000 gold. $2,500. 3,000, 3,000, 3,000. 1,500. Oh, and 2,500 wood. Okay. Expensive. Very expensive. There's some kind of commotion going on. Looks like Nilfgaardians. Oh, I go there though. What's with this guy there? Oh, let's chat with the Nilfgaardians. I'm sure they will be
Your
pleasant.
Grace, Meve heard Reynard call out from behind her.
The scout's returned. Claims to bear an urgent message.
The Queen halted her horse and waited for the soldier to reach her. He abandoned all formalities and jumped straight to the point.
Milady, a black-clad caravan, armed to the hilt, rides this way. To believe the rumours, they're hauling a load of war loot back south.
Reynard gave the soldier new orders, then turned to Meve.
Sounds like a prime opportunity to replenish our coffers.
I agree. Attack the Nilfgaardians.
Indeed. An opportunity we cannot ignore.
Alright, Mademoiselle Danielle,
Your
thank you for
unit will
hanging
block
out
their
and
path.
stopping by. I hope you have a
Gascon
wonderful
and his men
day.
will hide in the woods and
hope
strike
to
their
see you
flanks,
very soon.
while I shut the trap, attacking from behind.
Their plan established, Meve gave the signal to move out. A brief moment later, the fight began.
Upon realizing they could not avoid a fight, the Nilfgaardians stopped their wagons. Not all of them, however, took to defensive formation. One soldier remained with each cart. They stood with backs to their attackers, their eyes trained on the cargo. What mysteries hid in these wagons? What treasure so precious to abandon self-defense in the midst of battle? Hint, expose the trap. Okay. Let's see. Well, that seems useful. But as well, that less so. That seems useful. That's good.
We must drive them into the ambush. Follow me!
Hint, expose the trap. Whenever this unit takes damage, move it one position to the right. Gascon ambush. Trigger an ambush when you move caravan next to this. Okay. I need to get rid of the escort, I guess. Well, let's start with that.
Ever have a stone knock out one of your teeth?
I see. Well, let's see how it unfolds.
Wise choice.
Okay.
Have it the white of an eye from half a league away. Order!
Let's see if this works.
Bigger they are, easier they are to target.
Apparently not. Ah, I think I messed it up. Made an easy mistake there. Yeah, they're immobile. I'll learn about that. Yes. Whenever an ally takes damage, strengthens himself by 2, yeah. Well. Not sure if I will be able to beat it this time.
Life is mine now.
Kinda messed up. But we'll see. We'll see.
Catch!
We'll see.
Alba!
Okay. Here we go.
I'll fight to my last breath.
We're close, Your Grace.
The fire should move it there slowly but surely, but that's just my hope.
Sure took your time. Thought you'd forgotten about me. Now!
So I guess now I need to destroy them. Okay. Let's...
I smell a leak.
Use some more fire. Let's now... Ooh, which one do I want to play here? Ooh, that's a good question. Let's use this one.
For Rivia!
We're getting there.
Scheiß in zwei!
I mean, Egg is exploding with fury right now. So
Discipline shall bring us victory.
Thing about slings, they hide well.
exploding.
Off to the front yet again.
You should win this. The fire is really, really good.
Quiet, or the commissar will hear.
Prepare to fight, if you've any honor.
Just an easy 53. Just an easy 53. No big deal.
Scheiß in zwei!
Let's destroy them. Huh. That's interesting. I guess I could pass, but...
Ja, ja!
Let's watch them burn. Boom, boom, boom.
We'll catch 'em all!
true. No, mate.
And just when you thought things were about to get dull.
There you go.
The caravan is
Rush
ours,
them.
milady.
Their plan ended in
Gotta
success,
catch them
the Nilfgaardians
all.
crushed. As soon as the dust had settled, Meve tore the canvas off the nearby wagons to see what precious loot they had so carefully guarded. She expected to find gold, jewels, or exquisite silks. Instead, she saw dirty, terrified figures bound in chains.
Slaves.
Reynard muttered.
Their precious cargo. Slaves. Behold the glorious future the Empire brings us.
Meve ordered the prisoners freed and discovered they were Edirnian peasants on their way to dig canals and dredge swamps as forced laborers.
You are free. You can return to your homes.
The Queen said. If she expected words of thanks and gratitude, she was in for a disappointment.
What homes, my lady?
Asked one of the peasants, holding back tears.
Took our land, they did. Nothing we have now. Not a rag to wear, not a crumb to eat. Leave us, we die. Soldiers don't do us in, monsters will. Assuming hunger and cold don't get us first.
The Queen was about to answer when she heard Gascon, standing behind her, whisper,
Before you make any rash promises, please, some maths. Dozens of hungry mouths to feed, and weak bodies to defend, twice as many tired legs to wait for, while war rages all around. You do realize you cannot save everyone.
No, I let them join me.
I attacked this caravan hoping to fill my coffers.
the Queen said.
Instead, I have only secured a new drain upon them. But very well. In these ill times, we Northerners must help our own. Women and children in the wagons. The men shall march alongside to the rear. I warn you, if you cannot keep pace, we shall leave you by the roadside. Move out!
The Queen's gaze momentarily caught the eyes of an old woman her soldiers were helping onto a wagon. Tears of gratitude poured down her soot-stained face, across hard lines left by years of destructive toil. Meve was convinced she had done the right thing.
What kind of queen would I be if I don't have anyone to rule over? Right? Let's gather all these things. Who's he?
1 week we were to harvest, yet the fields are nothing but ash. Did our oats not suit the Emperor? However did our oats and other plantings harm him? Blackclads brought them monsters here, I'm sure of it.
I mean, in a way. That's how necrophages work, I guess. Proclamation. Inhabitants of Brumfell are hereby ordered to vacate the village by nightfall. Failure to comply will result in punishment of the highest order. Lovely. Let's get more of the loot. There's a chest on the other side. Oh. And a monster there. Nilfgaardian letter. As ordered, I have acquired 30 live Nordlings, Edirnian provenance. Breakdown as follows: 13 males, 7 females, 5 elders, 5 children. Suitability of elders for labor will be determined at camp. If the verdict is negative, they shall be removed from the convoy. Lovely. And now I can... Oh yeah, that is what I want. So that means I can now add more soldiers. But who do I want in my army? Pitfall trap. Deploy. Damage all units on this row. Whenever a unit appears on this row, damage it by 2. That's pretty strong. Crushing trap. Set the power of each unit on this road to the average of all units' power. Then destroy self. You're an arbalist. Maybe I can get one of these. Lots of wood needed, but let's take one of these and get also some arbalest. I like having the options of having soldiers that can actually do damage. Now let's add the stray slinger, and we have 6 more recruitment points left that I could use. Let's take one of these. Okay, so that's very nice. And I think this is where I will leave it off today. We will cross this bridge not only when we get to it, because we are there, but next time with Thronebreaker, The Witcher Tales. It's a lot of fun. I really enjoy it. I didn't expect the story to be so compelling and so engaging, and I'm really into it. I really look forward to continue this, and I hope you do as well. It seems like nobody was interested in the giveaway. No problem, maybe another time. But before I say before I send you over to someone else, I have to thank a few people, and then I hope to see you next week. Thank you, Hypatia, for the 100 bits, including the bleed purple emote, which means 10 extra bits for me. And the same goes to Athalas. Both thank you very much. Always generous of you. Every bit is appreciated, as always. And I will be back next week on Wednesday, where we will continue with Thronebreaker, The Witcher Tales. Then on Thursday, I try to finish up Dark Souls 3, the last DLC. So then we would be done with that as well. And on Saturday and Sunday, I will be playing Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Starting with that should be fun as well, and I hope that you will all join me. As always on YouTube, more content available as well. I will continue with Whispers of a Machine, and still live there. Now let's save and go to the main menu, and then see if I can rate someone. Oops. Oof. Right screen. So near the end of Whispers. Oh, I don't know, but I'm excited to find out how that story concludes. Let's rate Falstro. He's been doing a lot of coding, I think. So let's send you over to Falstro. It seems like everyone is there anyway. So let's do that. Rate Falstro. Say hi to Falstro. Give him a follow if you haven't already. And I hope to see you next week. Bye-bye.